What type of build is going to be like the best build for NBA 2K22? There's a lot of theories out there. If you guys don't know about shakedown theory, the shakedown theory is that whoever's on the cover is going to be like the most dominant build for the actual release. But this year we have the Legend Edition. For the first time, we got 3 people on the cover. I'm pretty sure it's the first time. You guys let me know if I'm mistaken. But I think it's the first time we had 3 people on the cover. So we got KD, Kareem, and we got Dirk. Our Discord has been going absolutely insane. Just a lot of people joining in the conversation about 2K22. And if you guys want to stay up to date on information for 2K22, consider joining us on Discord. If you're looking for players to run with, stop running with randoms. I keep telling you guys, stop running with randoms. If you want to join me on my live stream, you could consider joining our Discord to find players. You also get a notification for every live stream, so you know you could come on out and join me on our live stream. We would love to have you. We're live streaming 2K21 every day up until the release of 2K22, so we have a better idea of the product we have in 21, and we can make a better assessment of all of the changes made for 22. The combination between Kareem and Dirk means that post scorers may have a good year. It's not too sure. A lot of people are talking about stretches as well. Stretches may have an actual great year once again. And we go back considering there's a lot of theories out there that 2K22 may be going back to like 2K19 days. Shout out to the homie Talib within our Discord, because he mentioned, like, if we think about the history, we had 2K16, then we got 17. And after those 2 great games, don't get me wrong, when we was on 2K16 and we received, after the end cycle of 2K16, we then received 2K17. We weren't all that happy at the moment, because I remember it very clearly. I don't know if you guys remember it too, but while we were playing 2K17, we weren't all too happy because we just had the 2K16 experience. But after those 2 years, we then received 2K18. And needless to say, a good portion of the community considered 2K18 one of the worst 2K releases ever. And right after that worst release, we then got 2K19, which was a much better game. And it was probably considered much better because we had to go through a year of 2K18. So when we got 2K19, it's almost like if you go all the way down the bottom of the barrel, you can't go any further. So anything that's a little bit better is going to be like a tremendous improvement. So we got 2K19, and as it stands right now, it looks like a lot of people feel, including myself, feel like 2K19 was an overall good experience. Then we got 2K20, which was very similar to 2K19. And think about this. We got 2K16, 2K17. 2K17 was a step down from 2K16, but it was still an overall good game. But then when 2K decided to kind of innovate and create the neighborhood, we got 18, and it was considered the worst. So a very similar thing is happening here, where we got 2K19, which was generally a good, balanced game. And then we got 2K20, which was, for some people, was a step down from 2K19, but very similar in its gameplay mechanics. And then we got 21, so very similar. We got 21 considered very bad. And we're talking about the next gen version of 21. A lot of people consider it very bad and almost unplayable, just goofy. A lot of stuff, people, it's just out of control. Wild, wild west, but it is what it is. So we got 21, and if 2K is following their history, then 22 should be a fairly balanced game where defense means something similar to 19. If we're reeling it back, and what I mean to say is that's when the community speaks. And I don't think there's been any year ever where the community spoke so poorly about the release. And a lot of people just stopped playing. And we're talking about even huge content creators just stopped playing. And 2K is part of their livelihood. You know, it brings in some money for them as a content creator. And they still stopped playing. It was that unbearable. 21 experience on next gen. So they stopped playing. And what I mean to say is that the community was in an uproar for 2K18. 2K listened and made some changes and created a more balanced game in 2K19. And being that the community just went crazy on 21 because we didn't appreciate the product that we received, we may indeed get a balanced game for 22. Now, what does that mean for the type of players? Because if we look back in history for 2K19, we had stretches going absolutely insane. So a stretch is going to be OP. Our lockdown is going to be OP. Our post scorer is going to go crazy once again. These are builds that you should be considering for 22 if we look at the history. And that's what you need to do to kind of get a gauge on what we're expected to receive for 22. We don't know. It's only like theory and speculation, but you can, if you look at the history, you may say that this might be a year for stretches, shooting bigs. This might be a year for lockdowns. This might be a year for two ways. So when you're considering your build, these are some of the things that you may want to consider. We don't yet know what it's really going to be like. We may just get a better idea of how to approach 2K22. So you guys are not just wasting your money on builds out there. Don't get me wrong, I am definitely going to keep you guys posted. I hope you guys join me on my journey for 2K22. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.